In California, pizza delivery drivers are facing a real crisis. It's a crisis of their own doing, though. I mean, after all, they elected their state government. With a new law set to skyrocket the minimum wage to $20 an hour for fast food workers, over 1,000 Pizza Hut drivers are about to lose their jobs. What does this mean for the fast food industry overall? And more importantly, for the employees themselves that were supposed to be helped by this? Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about this left-wing turn of events in the Golden State. So California, known for its sunny beaches and now for making some sunny side up decisions that aren't really sitting well with everyone. Let's chew on this. A new law is raising the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 an hour. Sounds great on paper, right? But hold on to your pizza boxes because this is where it starts to suck. Two major Pizza Hut operators are now laying off all of their delivery drivers. Over 1,200 jobs gone in the blink of a governor's signing. But here's the kicker. This law was signed with the intention of helping these workers, yet it's doing quite the opposite. And that's because Democrat politicians' intentions are never thought through. The liberals think to themselves, well, we got this problem. Let's figure out how to solve it and justify our existence to the voters. And then some dipshit aide comes up with an idea. I know, let's raise the minimum wage for the fast food workers. And then a bunch of light bulbs go off all over the leftward land of silliness. And the politicians say, okay, problem solved. Let's move on to the next problem without ever questioning if their solution will harm anyone. This is called Pareto optimality, also referred to as Pareto efficiency. And it's a standard often used in economics. It describes a situation where no further improvements to society's well-being can be made through a reallocation of resources that makes at least one person better off without someone else being worse off. And for liberals, it can't be done because they're just not smart enough to figure out how to do that. You get it? The best way government could do things is by having an outcome where the reallocation of resources helps at least one person, one or more people, without hurting anyone else. So what you have is a bunch of politicians who sit around trying to figure out who to screw over in their grand designs that will cause them the least amount of pain at the ballot box. I call them Pareto dickheads. Governor Newsom, in his wisdom, claimed that this move would stabilize the industry. In reality, it's causing a lot of people to lose their jobs. Now, on the flip side of things, people who earn minimum wage are mostly people who have no skills and are just starting out in the industry. It's usually teenagers who get a job to make a little cash, or it's adults who get a second job to supplement their full-time job salary. And usually within 6 months on the job, and once they prove their worth, they get a raise, which takes them out of minimum wage. The politicians always forget to mention this when they start tinkering with society and things that they know nothing about. The Democrats always say, you can't support a family on minimum wage. Well, my point is, if you're supporting a family on minimum wage, then you have bigger problems than working for a job at minimum wage that should be attended to post-haste. The layoffs continue until February, just before the law swings into effect in April. Here's a thought. When a well-intentioned law leads to mass layoffs, is it really that well-intentioned? Or is it just another political move to appease voters? The reality is these workers are not chess pieces. They're real people with real bills to pay. Now, let's slice deeper into this. The current minimum wage in California is $16 per hour. The raise, courtesy of Assembly Bill 1228, is meant to help with inflation and the cost of living. Both things caused by government. But at what cost, though, you may ask? When businesses can't afford these wages, they cut jobs. And who suffers? The very people the law is supposed to help. I remember when the Bernie bros, those morons, when they were crying for $15 an hour on the minimum wage for fast food workers in Boston. Remember that? And eventually the burger franchises in Beantown, they responded to their demands by employing RoboBurger. Remember RoboBurger? They're everywhere now. But back then, it was a shock to all those people with that glazed over minimum wage look. You go into a McDonald's now and you get the order computer where you order and you pay for your food through what is essentially a robot. Now, these robots, they don't take time off. They don't take vacations. They don't get sick. They're never late and they don't talk back. They don't bitch about the hours or complain why Tomika thinks that she doesn't have to wear the ugly hat, but Brenda does. I mean, none of that shit, which is a delight to the college graduate with a business degree, McDonald's manager, who had no idea this was how he was going to pay off those tens of thousands of dollars in student loans. And in a delicious twist of irony, fast food corporations are planning to pass the expense on to the customers. Higher menu prices, anyone? It seems like the cycle of economic hardship just keeps spinning. So the next time your government tells you that they want to do something for you that involves your job, you should hold up a sign that says Pareto optimality and then explain it to them, because the odds are that a politician who wants to tinker with your life doesn't have a clue of what unintended consequences they're shoving up your ass. Tell them, thanks, but no thanks. We don't need your fucking help. And for those of you who complain about the level of minimum wage, it's not your employer's fault that you're working at a job that only earns minimum wage. All right, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share our videos with like-minded friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.